And I just want to touch on digital ID. So, hold on. There we go. Palantir, which are, you can Google them yourself, but they are like a fucking dystopian company. You know, their whole company is named after that thing from Lord of the Rings, which was literally used to spy on their enemies. But, not that I've actually seen Lord of the Rings, most people say you need to watch it. It's a Christian story, it is a Christian story, I just haven't seen it. I just don't like fantasy stuff. I mean, it might be amazing, I'm just not a massive fan of fantasy stuff. Like, that genre of stuff I don't love. But even Palantir have said, no, we're not gonna take the UK digital ID contract because it's undemocratic. Where does it say this? Yeah, over concerns the legislation is undemocratic. And this is just the height of... It's just like the peak of just like... Oh, I don't know, it's just perfect. You know, Palantir, a genuinely dystopian country, have washed their hands of dystopian, like, horrifically dystopian legislation that the UK government has passed. You know, nobody voted for this. If you don't know about the whole digital ID shit, let me do a quick Google here, just so it's something that will. Hold on, let me get the. Let me get the original video up, where our beloved leader Keir Starmer announced digital ID. Just so you get an idea, I should have been more prepared for this. My show notes only go so far. They don't go on towards tangents. I'm trying to find the video. Is this the video? Yeah, this is the video. Just watch.
For too many years, it's been too easy for people to come here, slip into the shadow economy, and remain here illegally. Because, frankly, we've been squeamish about saying things that are clearly true. It's not just that it's not compassionate left-wing politics to rely on labour that exploits foreign workers and undercuts fair wages.
As if you care, man.
But the simple fact that every nation needs to have control over its borders. We do need to know who is in our country.
It's like the Joe Biden meme. Show us. Show us. You know, he says he cares about the borders. He doesn't give a fuck.
Our immigration system does need to be fair.
Our immigration system does need to be fair. He sounds like a fucking robot. This guy was questioned by the police. Obviously they found nothing wrong. They never find anything wrong with Labour politicians, only right-wing politicians. But this guy was questioned by the police over the, you know, authoritarian lockdowns we had in COVID, because he had a bit of a funny thing going on with a fucking, like, speech coach. She was coaching him how to do speeches properly. You know, and there's some speculation there that he might have been doing something a bit naughty, maybe cheating on his wife or whatever. But he has had a speech coach, and since then, 4 or 5 years ago, you know, he's had a speech coach constantly, and he still sounds like a fucking robot. And it's not even just a robot, it's like a robot that has bred with a fucking wet blanket and had this, like, machine blanket thing, like an electric blanket that has been dumped in sewer water and flung across your bed. That is him, and that is what he sounds like.
If we want to maintain that binding contract that our politics is built on. Otherwise, it undermines trust.
He doesn't care about trust.
Undermines people's faith that we're on their side. And
you're not on our side. What the fuck? You're the most unpopular Prime Minister in British history. Conservative Prime Ministers have resigned for much less than this.
Belief that the state can and will work for them.
Bullshit.
And that is why today I am announcing this government will make a new free of charge digital ID mandatory.
A free of charge digital ID mandatory for the right to work in the UK. Sorry, just because you said free of charge doesn't mean everyone's fucking on board with it here. Free of charge but mandatory. It's mandatory. You have to get it, but guys, it's free. What? Who gives a fuck, man? Honestly, he could say, right, guys, we are opening a new government service that's going to be free of charge, where you walk in and we empty your bank account. Mandatory. You have to do it, but it's free.
For the right to work. By the
Fuck
end
this
of this
guy,
parliament.
man.
Let me spell that out.
Let me spell that out.
You will not be able to work in the United Kingdom if you do not have digital ID.
Obviously, this is not for fucking, illegal immigration, or we're going to crack down on illegal working with this digital ID. No, you won't, because it won't do anything. The illegal immigrants that come here and work at fucking car washes, hand car washes, for cash in hand. They don't pay tax anyway. You're not telling me some fucking car wash owner is going to say, oh, show me a digital ID before you can work illegally for cash in hand. No. And the other way is as Deliveroo drivers by subletting accounts from legal people. Again, you don't need to show any ID for that. That's how they work in this country. This isn't going to do fuck all. All this is just designed so that they have every single piece of information on top of you in one little neat, secure package that, if you say something wrong, or you criticise the government, or you call a police officer scum, you'll go to prison, and they don't have to spend hours of police time searching for things. It's all neatly packed in a little fucking digital ID. Your social media accounts, all your tax returns, everything will be, your NHS number will all neatly be packed into this digital ID. And now, you can go to fucking Sainsbury's and buy a Monster Energy drink, and instead of having to bring your whole wallet with you just for your driving license, you can show them your phone. Wow! I'm so glad I'm giving up all of my fucking freedom so that I don't have to bring my wallet with me when I want to buy a Monster Energy drink or some fucking nicotine pouches. What's the benefit here? Why should the average British person give a fuck? Honestly, oh man. Oh, it's blackpilling. I am in despair of this country. We do not have freedom anymore. Let me find... Because I remember this... Yeah, so there's a petition... on Parliament petitions. I haven't googled digital ID Parliament petition. This is just the petitions website. Right here, the second one. Do not introduce digital ID cards. 2,825,000 people have signed this since last week, or no, 2 weeks ago. It was only announced last week, but someone had the foresight who knew this was coming and decided to make a petition. Whoever they are, they're fucking based, and they're obviously a big up. Maxime Sutcliffe, you are a patriot, my friend. You are a patriot. So 3 million people, almost 5% of the British population, have signed this. And they've said, we will introduce a digital ID within this parliament to help tackle illegal migration, making accessing government services Sorry, I pay my taxes and you take my fucking bins. That's the end of it. That should be the end of it. What other government services are you planning to bring in, Keir? Honestly, you can see this ticking up as we speak. This is going up constantly. That's why it's on the main page of the petitions, even though it's, you know, been around for 2 weeks. Obviously, it's still the second most commonly signed. This is a new one, 50k. All right, 50k. That's nothing in compared to nearly 3 fucking million, is it? 769 signatures in just the last hour. So they obviously made a big long fucking essay that is just laughably stupid. We're committing to making people's everyday lives easier and more secure, to put more control in their hands. Like I said, Orwell couldn't write this. Orwell, George Orwell, 1984 author, could not write this. We also learn from countries that have digitised government services for the benefit of their citizens. In line with our manifesto, it wasn't in their manifesto, so nobody actually voted for this, but you know, they're putting it under their modernising government in their manifesto commitment. Currently, when UK citizens and residents use public service, start a new job or buy alcohol, they often need to present an assortment of physical documents. Yet 2, you need your national insurance number and a fucking driving licence or a passport or something. That is not the end of the world. That is not worth giving up my freedom just so I can fucking slide my phone across the table and say, here, have everything about me. Know everything about me. No. No, fuck that. This is both bureaucratic and just fuck off forever. You see, it will be available for free to all UK citizens and legal residents aged 16 and over. Although, we will consider, though, consultation if this should be age 13. So now children are being brought into this. I'm sorry, I just don't trust the government with all my information. For example, the new ID will build on GovUK One login and GovUK Wallet to drive the transformation of public service. But even Palantir, like I said, even Palantir won't fucking make this. We are cooked.